I got my euros the first time from my bank before I left the country, but as I needed euros in the country, I just took out some money from the ATM, usually about enough for a month.
The smart thing to do would be to find the best exchange rate you can, check different banks. The wrong thing to do would be doing it just at the airport, like I did.
All the bigger cities take card. Arezzo, it's a little bit harder to find that. I try and budget about 50 euros a week out of the ATM.
You know, the way I would suggest to do it is definitely get them from your bank beforehand so you can buy them in bulk, because it is cheaper, and get a good sum that will actually last you a while, because it is more expensive to get them here.
When I arrived in the fall, I probably could do with less summer clothes than I thought I needed, because it does get rather chilly kind of quickly. I wish I'd brought a few more sweaters and slippers. Slippers are essential in the monastery because you must wear shoes.
I just brought way too little. I brought exactly a week's worth of clothes. I really have to stretch it for laundry, and I had to buy a lot of clothes when I got here.
Yeah, bring medicine, pack snacks, for sure. I wish I would have packed some NyQuil, just because they don't have that here as well.
Also, I really wish I would have brought snacks, American food, at least some hot sauce, because, you know, if you're used to that type of thing, you're not going to find it here. You'll find Tabasco and some very generic versions of American things in supermarkets, but otherwise you're really not going to find what you know you like. So if you do know of something that you can't live without, go ahead and get a travel size that you can make last, and go ahead and just make room for it and bring it with you.
So don't bring too many coats or jackets or shirts, just because European clothing just looks way better. You're going to have to size up, but it looks way better. And you're definitely going to want to bring stick deodorant. Between Arezzo and Florence, which is an hour away, you're going to find everything you need. So
I brought way too many electronics. I brought everything that I would usually use in the States, and I didn't really consider what I would actually be using here. And so when I got here, they just took up space and collected dust.
It's easy to travel, but it can be stressful.
most of my traveling has been by train or bus or taxi, and trains wait for no man. Sometimes the station gets the platform wrong, and make sure you get those tickets validated.
Bring yourself a good backpack to travel with. You don't want one of those mini suitcases that you have to roll around on the weekend. It's just not practical. You want to make sure that you have just enough stuff to have on your back all weekend.
I think that a lot of people have had success with bringing a 45 liter backpack, from REI or something, and that's enough to pack for 3 days of clothes, your laptop if you need it. That's what I would recommend if you don't already have one. Locks deter people just because, they're looking for the easy target. If you get a couple that you can clip the ties of your zippers together, that's enough. They're gonna look for the person with their backpack unzipped, not paying attention, checking their phone. Just the little things help out.
When planning a group trip, it tends to usually fall on one person's shoulders to kind of keep everything together. So having some form of communication with everyone is really important, like a group meet or a group message. You're going to want to look at some student travel sites, because they usually make it pretty easy to see how to get from point A to point B. If you're not a local, you don't really know the best methods of travel. You don't know if it's worth flying to Venice or if it's better to get a train. That's something that you really are just going to have experience with, and ask some of the people that are here, like the uni-sci students.
You end up being so close even by the end of orientation week that it really doesn't matter where you came from. I would say just pull the trigger and come to Arezzo. I know it's a big commitment, but once you do it, you're not going to regret it.
Enjoy your time here. Immerse yourself into the culture, and maybe you'll find that while you don't exactly get to find everything that you found in America, you'll find something here that also satisfies you.
You're going to make such good friends here, and you're going to have such fun. All of these people, I think anyone who comes here can immediately respect, because we've all made the same decision to go so far away and study abroad. And I think if everyone remembers to embrace that and embrace this city, that you will make the best of your experience, for sure.
Look to your left, look to your right. I knew no one coming over here, and by the end of week 2, 6 to 10 of them are going to be your lifelong friends, and the rest are going to be people you love hanging out with. You just got to have fun, because everyone else is looking to have fun.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.